Alrighty, welcome back to podcast. I knew this was gonna be the case.
This whole episode is us just gonna be laughing for fucking an hour straight.
I knew the second I had you on, it would be the same thing with Harrison. If I had you on, it would just be me cheesing the whole time.
Yeah.
I had this whole introduction planned, and I was like, okay, here's Cooper Skinner, famous Moore Brothers actor, slightly famous TikToker, and I was gonna list a bunch of things. But dude, it's so funny because when you have episodes like this, and it was kind of the same way with Sam, but Sam has like a niche. You know what I mean? Like he has, as far as a podcast goes, he's like the history guy, kind of like Alex Morgan or something. You know what I mean? He's like into history, but like he's still just my friend. You know what I mean?
No,
so it's hard to sell him.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, this is a conversation between Elijah's friend.
Yeah, trying to be serious.
Yeah.
Like you're just like talking to your friend and you're just like actually just trying to be serious. It's so hard to when you know like it's just.
I just know that like we've had conversations completely unrelated to this, and now we're just recording it. For audience perspective, this is Cooper Skinner. He in my eyes super famous on TikTok. In his eyes relatively. He does graphic design, Iowa State, came from the good old heart of DMAC, repping the cross country team on that. So I have him on because he's my friend and he's funny. So that's pretty much all you need to know about him. But yeah, I had no intentions of this being a serious podcast.
Oh no, like, there was no shot this was gonna be serious at all.
I was telling Adam before we were doing it, I was like, with most people, I have like this one question that jumps out at me. And then I'm able to interview them based off
just
that
the
question.
one question.
Yeah, so it's like with the philosophy president I had on there. Like I knew we were gonna talk about philosophy the whole time, but I have like 10 questions on you, and they're just like the most sporadic things. Like, tell me about your previous haircuts. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, tell me about your haircuts. We're gonna talk about Kanye. Like, like we're gonna talk about working out. We're gonna talk about computer art. We're gonna talk about TikTok. And I just have these lists, and it's just like the most bizarre thing. It's like, honestly, I don't know what I expected.
That's okay.
I'm
pretty just like I just do a bunch of random stuff anyway.
Yeah,
so
you're just a
like,
dude.
I'm just a guy.
Local ISU guy.
Yeah.
Local ISU dude. So yeah. Oh, I was gonna make another joke about your stand-up was really good. Your super awful stand-up. I'm waiting. You know, my dream is that one person can hear the name Cooper Skinner. And then they think of that stand. Like, wait, that guy did a horrible stand-up that one time, and they're gonna think about you. That's what I'm hoping for. But first off, how you been? How is ISU compared to DMAC?
Oh my God, it is miles better. DMAC. I wanted to talk about how DMAC is literally just high school 2.0.
Yes, but please. I'd love to hear about it.
It's even worse because it's like going to a new school as a high school student because you don't know anyone. You have like no previous relationships there, so you're just kind of like in a high school again.
And I can't imagine anybody cares about their social aroma at DMAC.
Well, actually, some people like there's definitely like cliques there. Dude.
Really? Yeah. What?
It's kind of weird.
I don't know. All I can I never associate, but the show Community, which is about a community college.
There's a lot of there's a lot of like realism to that.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff that's like based off fact.
What are the teachers like at DMAC?
They're like high school teachers, but like they care even less. They care even less.
Like the stuff's not gonna fly in college, and then like it actually really does. But it soars in college.
Oh yeah, they want you to do that.
Yeah, because then they don't have any work. You know, I want to be like a professor as my like career. When I grow up, and so just imagining getting plugged into DMAC. Like imagine if I want to go to this prestigious college, and then they're like, yeah, you're gonna go to this like community college in Boone, Iowa. With the raceway and everything.
Oh my God. Dude.
And then you were on. So did you go there for cross country?
Yeah.
Or okay, so you were on like a cross country scholarship.
Yes, I had a scholarship there.
How did you do on the cross country team?
I was like all right. Like, I mean, it was weird because I'm used to being like the last runner or something like that.
Yeah.
But I was like first or second like every race, so it was weird like actually trying to become like a leader.
Yeah,
for that.
being the epitome of run. That poster that you made, or when you said like Cooper Skinner coming to ISU, what is that called? when they have those posters, like a new admission poster.
Oh.
It's like
What is it called?
when they put a professional on a team and it's like, we just recruited famous
Yeah.
runner Cooper Skinner, and it was like the headshot of you and running. That
It's
was
like
good.
it's like a trade announcement for like the NBA or something like that.
yeah. That's so funny.
Breaking news.
Breaking news: local DMAC runner finally enters Iowa State. So are you running anymore?
No, I don't.
Dude, all of that hard work at DMAC for nothing.
I loved running while I was there, and it just made me like. But at the same time, I was like, I'm running like 12 miles a day. I do not want to do this anymore. It was miserable. Like I had no self what's the word I'm looking for?
Worth.
That and like I had no desire to run. Like I had no passion.
It was just a chore. It was just something to do.
Yeah, I had no like self inspiration. Like and all my outside inspiration, like my coach like didn't really care that much.
I don't know, man. And I think who do you guys run against?
Other community colleges.
Who? What other community colleges?
Now I'm just drawing a blank now because I don't even remember.
I can't think of a single other community college.
Nyack is like Northern Iowa area community college.
No, man.
That was like supposed to be like our rival, our rival school. I was like, bro.
I don't know why it's so funny. It's so hard if you didn't grow up in Iowa. Like you didn't grow up like 20 minutes away from Boone, Iowa, and like you know what DMAC's like. If you're just listening to this and you just can't imagine, I don't know why, just imagining you of all people, but especially anybody going to DMAC is just, it's so funny.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't swear that fate on my worst enemy of going to.
It's like, back to the clicks thing. So like, I think it might be different at different campuses, but the Boone one especially, like that was the like sport school. So
Okay,
like most of the
quote.
people, most of the people going there are like doing sports, like the baseball team, the basketball team, like, and they're all in their own cliques. Like the basketball team just talks to the basketball team. And of course, the cross country team's a bunch of weirdos. So
Yeah,
like
that's
no
everyone
friends
else.
there.
Everyone else. Yeah, and because they gave you campus living, and it's just one like apartment building. Right?
No, there's like 6 different like apartment buildings.
Oh, okay. Because when you go in there, and I went to your apartment building, I thought that there was just one apartment.
No, there's a bunch of others. Ones right next to it.
Good. Much better to know, because I was just imagining that
everyone lives there.
like either nobody lives there, or they're like, yeah, if anybody wanted to live in Boone, Iowa, we can give them, I guess, an apartment if they want it. So,
dude, that apartment was so nice though.
Really,
it was like it had like a washer and dryer in it too. Like, and it just like. Not having to live in a dorm was like one of the nicest things ever.
Yeah, okay.
Like, not having to experience that, I'm so glad I will never have to experience like dorm life.
Yeah, because where are you now?
I live an apartment in campus town.
Okay. Definitely an upgrade. And so, what are some of the things that you really appreciate about ISU comparatively to like a community college?
Just like the amount of people. Like I hated seeing the same people every day, but never talking to them because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like at least here, I just see like a bunch of different people every day, and I know I'll never see them again.
Yeah. And like that they're not talking to you, so you don't have to talk to them. You know what I mean? So it's like you could just sharing oxygen with multiple people is like just nice. You know
and like. So like I met my current roommate at like work, and that was so like
at Walmart.
At Walmart, yeah.
Okay, we will be talking about
that. Okay, yeah, we'll track back to that.
Yeah.
But like, just like the ability to make friends here is so much easier than at DMAC, like tenfold.
Yeah, that's because I don't know. People are going to DMAC. I always get this vibe that they're escaping something. You know,
they're running away.
Yeah, like something is haunting them, and that's why they're at DMAC. And so I don't know, man. I don't want to poop on DMAC too much.
Oh no, because go ahead. I do not care.
They're really good, like with blue collar work.
Yeah.
And like they have that act. I think like Kim Reynolds had this act for welders and like blue collar jobs to where you go to DMAC for free. if you're gonna
Really?
if you're gonna do like a welding or like a certain subset of jobs that are like normally blue collar, they will just put you in for free. And because of that, it's actually like a good program.
Well, it's already like free in the first
Yeah,
place.
yeah, it's like $50 a class. Yeah,
No, like freaking. Oh god, I just lost my entire train of thought.
dude, no,
Dude.
that's fine. I am very curious. I've had 2 Walmart representatives on this podcast
Yeah,
now.
in a row,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, actually. No, I had another episode in between this,
Oh,
but
okay,
it's still
okay.
like basically newcomers in a row.
Yeah.
2 Walmart representatives. Sam and I didn't get to talk about Walmart. I need
Oh,
to
yeah.
know what
Oh.
working out. Going from Boone to Walmart is just such a journey, and I need to know about what Walmart work is like.
Dude, it is the most mundane thing you'll ever experience. Cause like either you're so I'm like the front end, which is like the cash registers and the self checkouts.
Okay.
And at least at our Walmart, I'm also like tasked to do other stuff as well. Like I push carts back into the store.
Oh, so you're just
Oh.
like the worker.
I'm like the guy. I'm just the guy.
Cooper Skinner, the Walmart guy.
Literally. Like I called in sick the other day because I actually was sick.
Okay, you still kind of sound.
And
sick.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
to clear.
just a little
You
bit.
don't normally sound this sexy. It's
Yeah, I actually wanted to come on today because I have a really sexy podcast. voice.
Normally you sound like. Anyway, so you're the guy you called in sick.
Yeah, I called in sick, and so did my roommate because he also works at Walmart. And he just like wanted a reason to call in sick.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
my roommate's sick today, so
And they just know both of you.
yeah. And like I like apparently like it just went down the drain there when I was gone.
You come back and the building's on fire. I know there was an ambulance there like a week ago.
Actually-
Imagine that's the night that like you and your roommate were sick, like within the week, and like someone is
I
hospitalized.
know. One of my coworkers got hit by a car as they were leaving.
What? What? How? In the parking lot?
No, so actually it wasn't insured by Walmart because it happened outside of the parking lot.
Of course, yeah. They were just waiting. They busted out the measuring stick and were like,
It was literally like the crosswalk out of the parking lot.
dude. So, what are the behind the scenes at Walmart? How was training? I mean, like,
I got trained by my roommate who had been working there for a month.
wow. So it's just
So it's-
passing the torch.
It's literally so easy you could work there for 3 days and train somebody else.
Dude, that actually doesn't surprise me based on most people's Walmart experiences.
Yes.
That like it's just a collective passing down the tiny bit of knowledge to the to the next person.
All it is, it's like you get the basics, and when you have a question, you call somebody that knows about
Knows
it
the
over,
answer.
and then you just know that for the rest of the time that you work there.
How, you have to have seen the videos of the whole Walmart team chanting a song like doing we are Walmart.
No.
There's no way you haven't seen that.
I don't think I have.
Dude, it is like it's like a fever dream. It's like the manager gets up there and he's always this old white dude and he's like trying to hype up the entire Walmart staff. I'm talking like
No.
30, 40 people. And he's like stomping his feet and like clapping and like getting everyone to chant, and then he'll start rapping out verses to like we love Walmart, Walmart's our name, Walmart. He's like absolutely hyping up, and like you can see some people are way too into it, and then there are other people who would imagine you'd be like when you
Okay.
just you have your dude, your face is just
Oh, dude, I didn't even mention I worked there with Bella.
really
Yeah.
that is goals. That's actually so awesome.
For those for viewers that don't know, Bella's my girlfriend.
No,
But-
don't.
yeah,
No, I'm so kidding. They don't care. Dude. All my fans are like gonna like dox you and like find this Bella. It's not even her full name. No, it's all the people coming here from TikTok watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wait, so you and Bella work there at
Yeah.
Walmart together,
And we
then-
have the same shifts like every day.
Do you guys get to see each other?
Yeah.
That's actually
It's so
OP.
nice.
That would get me through it. I'm not even
No,
kidding.
literally, so Bella called in sick, but it was because she was in Wisconsin and like
Okay.
just like
Didn't
she couldn't come into work.
Yeah,
so
no
she called
vacation
in.
days.
And it was the longest day I've ever had there. It was so miserable.
I'm trying. I think And then Sam also, do you get to see? Is it the Ames Walmart?
I don't work at the same one as Sam does.
Oh, so you work on like the North Grand one or
Yeah.
something? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little
Cringe.
different.
Duff Gang, the
No,
Walmart,
nah,
Walmart rivalries.
Duff's the op, bro. Duff's the op.
No, dude, but I mean, you and Bella working there together, that's awesome.
No,
That's-
it's insanely OP there.
getting these like, breaks. Also, like being able to complain about the same work-related things with someone who like actually works with
Yes.
you. That's
It's
awesome.
so nice, dude.
Dude, that's great because I actually got a job at the Woodward Academy. Did I tell you that?
Actually?
Yeah. I work as a youth counselor at the Woodward Academy
Really?
now. Yeah. And so, but Jenna also works with kids at YSS. And so,
So
it's
she,
like
like, kinda
close
knows.
enough. But like,
Yeah.
there are some things that I'll tell her and she'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
I mean, like at the academy, there's some things you probably experienced there that no one else ever will.
yeah. That place is so funny. I think my favorite part about working there is that the staff are very aware of where they are. And
Mhm.
so it's like they can do anything. Like they can say anything that they want. It's like the being in the military. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you have this and they because they know that they're just kids and they're gonna forget or like they don't really understand. But it's like this one guy, he walked into he walked into an issue because those happen obviously all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Yeah, and so like they have a team of people that like when there's an issue, I'm a part of that team.
Mm.
When there's an issue, they just call them down and they go and like solve the problem. And so this guy went down to this girl on the girl storm, which is insane. They are insane, by the way. The girls are actually.
I'm pretty sure
monsters.
the girls are like, aren't they like kind of new there? Like they just
Yeah,
started
they like
taking
yeah
girls?
they took in girls like started taking girls like in the last 5 years
Yeah.
and like multiple near death experiences on staff.
Oh my God.
Like they know like they are actually like they'll bite you and like take chunks of
What?
like arm
How
off.
old are these?
Like 12 to 18.
Okay.
Yeah, so these girls
I'm
are
like I
psychos.
hope the 12-year-olds are the ones that are biting.
No, dude. It's like any age. But there's this one, like exactly what you'd expect. Like, by the way, I want you to know I have compassion for these kids.
Oh,
okay?
yeah,
So I'm
I
gonna
bet,
talk
I
about
bet.
these kids like they're like not objects, but like they're like they're psychos. They've been through it. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay. I'm a trauma informed care worker.
Yeah.
But so I understand that. However, this is exactly what we'd expect. It's like the ratchet white girl, like trailer park, like the whole 9 yards. And she's like screaming and like cursing out all the staff, absolutely roasting the hell out of them. She's winning, by the way. Like she's actually winning so hard. And like she's just roasting everybody. And then this guy comes in and he just smooth talks her. It's the best thing I've ever seen. He's like, no, I get it. No, I understand. No, I understand. No, I get what you're going through. No, I feel that. I feel that. That same guy, 5 minutes later, we went from that staff issue to another staff issue, and there's this kid. It's a dude. It's a guy's floor.
Yeah.
He is arms out, legs out, head back like this, and he has 5 people holding him down. Okay, and so he's laying down. His shirt is like up to his chest, like, just accidentally.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it laid down. And the first thing that same guy says is, "You just like men on you, don't you, huh?" He's like, "Hey, if you wanted the staff on you, you could have just said something. I see you, fruity." It's just like roasting him, and it's like the difference between them talking to that girl and then talking to this dude is night and day. And they just know I mean, it's not like it's not abusive, it's not emotional. It's just how you got to get to that
Yeah,
kid. That
yeah.
kid's super like prideful. And so if you just get that, then he's like, okay, I understand what I did wrong. But just like the night and day difference between it, I had to bite my finger. Like I turned because I
You
can't
had to bite
laugh.
your own finger.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I can't laugh at this kid, and I can't laugh at the staff for sure. So I'm just like, he's just laying him out, dude. Yeah, that job's so. I imagine Walmart's very similar though. I'm kidding. Yeah, but yeah, that job's so fun. But I want to get back on the Walmart thing.
Yeah.
Because just one, what is your level of caring working at Walmart?
It honestly depends on the day. Like,
Really?
yeah, if I'm having a good day, I'll like make sure like I'm like really nice to the customer. Like at most, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what's on the low end?
Low end is like I see somebody, don't fire me. I see someone like stealing, and I'm just like,
Dude, have you done that? Where you just saw someone pocket something and you're just like
I saw some little girl like sneak a Kinder egg into like the cart, and they just like walked off with it. And I was like, all right, good for you, I guess.
You've earned it. Honestly, you deserve it.
I didn't want to go through the hassle of like going up to the mom. I was like, hey, I think your kid just like put a Kinder egg in your cart. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just Walmart is one of those places where it could never show up on a resume, or it could show up on a resume and you are the same candidate. You working at Walmart means like almost nothing. And so like,
actually, it probably like negates.
it probably makes it worse. Yeah. So like you could do anything you want working at a Walmart. Like if you get fired, you weren't gonna put it on your resume anyway.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
And so not to encourage anybody to work at Walmart and cause some fire, but also if you did work at Walmart and also cause some issues, I mean,
Dude, it's like applying there was like genuinely the easiest thing I've ever done. It's all online.
they
And
don't even see your face.
They
just...
they didn't even see my face until the first day I worked there.
Really?
Yeah, it was like I had my interview, like my quote unquote interview on like a phone call.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the interview was basically just them telling me like what day I need to come in. Just, like,
yeah. What do you think would have made you not a good candidate to work at Walmart?
if I had a history of like crime or something like that.
I mean, even then, I don't know.
Oh no, there's people that work there with a history of crime.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but they probably saw that you were TikTok famous, and they're like, "Yo, we gotta let this guy all boost our numbers." Okay, so we have to talk about the TikTok.
Yeah.
The first thing that I want to get out of the way is what. Okay, when I say that you're TikTok famous, how many followers do you have? Like, it's not even
6,000 or
that's
something like that.
That's a huge number of.
That's a
followers
lot of
for me.
people, but like compared to like actual famous TikTokers,
Yeah, it's like
nothing.
it's actually nothing. Yeah, but I mean, Iowa TikTok. You were on Barstool, like on Barstool something. I got a reel on my
Oh.
Instagram with your face on it, and it was not you.
Yeah,
like, it was somebody else.
I've like my roommate the other day told me that like he saw one of my TikToks on Instagram and like he didn't even know I had a TikTok or anything like that. So like,
Dude, I'm telling you, people are plugging for you.
yeah.
You have that free social media plug where you can just exist and everyone's going to talk.
I never told you, but there's this band called Emotional Oranges that DM'd me. Like they're verified on Instagram, and they
Okay.
asked me to make like a TikTok using their song. And they
Did you?
I did, and they said they were gonna repost it on my story, but it was just like so cringe that they didn't.
I have to see. Show me that TikTok after this.
Okay,
I
okay.
really have to see that. That sounds so fun. But dude, that's your first brand deal.
No, I've had like these like 1,000 follower like brands on Instagram DM me too.
Really? For
You're
what?
like, we'll give you a free pair of shoes if you like
No
name
way that's
drop us
real.
in your. Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, wait, so have you gotten anything from?
not like actual brands, but like all these like scam brands that like
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, if you were rocking a pair of,
all these like drop
yeah,
sellers.
yeah, all these just normal humans just trying to find the next biggest fish.
Yeah.
to clown on, but yeah, and you said that you're close to what, like 4 million? How many likes do you have?
As of right now, 2.9 million. Which is
2.9
that's
million
pretty
likes.
crazy.
That's insane,
Yeah.
dude. If I could get anywhere close to those numbers on even like this podcast, that's
I
like
know.
that's
Yeah.
like game over for me. You know what I mean? I like put the headset down and I'm done. So I don't know. It's super impressive because famous More Brothers actor.
Yeah.
You know that like I do videos.
Yeah, I
and,
plug
like,
the More Brothers in every TikTok.
Yeah,
actually.
there's always a hidden piece of paper in the background that says sub to the More Brothers on it.
It's actually
So-
like 1% transparency
Yeah.
over every video.
Yeah, for every
Subliminal
video.
messaging.
You don't even. You've started to tune it out because you're such an avid you're such an avid Hap Alley fan.
Yeah, I just see myself like typing in More Brothers on YouTube and I don't know why.
You don't know why. You're just mind controlled to do it. Yeah. So now that you've done this, it's gonna be Spotlight ISU as gray text in the background of your videos. But I miss the Hulk out meme so bad.
I wanted that to be like all these TikTokers like during that era had this like just one thing that they would like use
Mm-hmm.
as their joke, and I wanted that to be my joke so bad because like I thought it was so funny.
It was so funny. That is still my favorite thing of all time that any of my friends have done. Like anyone in my circle has ever done. That Hulk out meme is the funniest. It's like for those of you who didn't know, explain what the Hulk out meme was.
It was basically just like it was just cringe. That's all it was.
It was satire
It was just,
cringe.
like, I just like put a filter on that made me look like I was green, and I wore blue pants so they looked purple. So I was just like, oh, bro, you don't want me to get mad right now. It's just like fake hulking out, but I'm just like this little string bean.
I know. I said, now that you're like ripped, you definitely could be doing the Hulk out thing, and it'd be unironically hilarious. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Pause. Right there. I'm not ripped by any means.
Dude, no, I'm
alright?
telling you, I stalked your TikTok before this, and what I noticed is that in some shirts, you look super skinny, like super small.
Yeah.
Then you put the muscle top on, and you look humongous. Like you look like the biggest person I've ever seen. There's no in between. There's no middle. You're either the smallest or the biggest. I don't know what it is.
I try to wear oversized shirts so I don't like.
You're putting a silencer on them shoulders, dude. You gotta unsheath those things, dude.
I don't know. I don't like being seen as someone that like. I want people to see that I lift, but I don't want to be like
The guy.
just like walking around like that all the time.
I'm not even kidding. I think if you brought back the Hulk out meme, like people would perceive you as that. Like I'm not even kidding. Like you're past that point where you can't do satire without accidentally looking attractive while doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's the point. But when the Hulk out things, when you were like smaller, that was the funniest thing. Because everybody has, especially on TikTok, like the most famous TikTok, the people that are on my feed all the
Yeah.
time are like what Joe Barzaloni, who all he does is just yell. That one guy who's like, well, there could have been an orphan down there, and you just, like that's all he does. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a niche, and if yours would have been the Hulk out thing, I would have been your biggest supporter.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have been all on that.
And then I went through like the Lego phase for a little
That
bit.
was funny too.
Yeah.
That was funny too. Oh my god. I like. How does that process work? How does the creative process for doing TikTok work?
Well, okay, so when I was at DMAC, I literally had no homework ever. So I just scroll on TikTok for like some days, like 6 hours.
Oh my god, you were
Yeah.
studying. You were
It
training.
genuinely was studying at some points. I was like, oh, like, is there like a new viral sound that I can hop on real quick and like become the
Become
trend?
famous. Yeah.
Like there was like a lot of my TikToks came from just like trying to find like viral sounds and like thinking of like relatable content to
Yeah,
like
to, like,
match
do it.
with that.
That's like what it feels like. That's what every TikToker.
Yeah, that's what that's what most of them do. And like that's basically all I did last year is like try to find relatable content.
And love it, man. Well, I will be plugging your TikTok.
Oh yeah, you better.
Especially, yeah. I was like, what? You think I'm doing this for free? But someone said something that like just totally told me. I want to talk about TikTok for a second.
Yeah.
The TikTok thing is funny because imagine that you're not actually famous. Like all those views are fake.
Oh,
Like they
yeah.
are literally
Like
just
bots.
a number. Yeah, not even bots. Like TikTok just says you have 1 million, but there's no way to verify if
I
a
guess
million
that
people
is
have
very
seen a
true.
video. Like they could just be a number. You know what I mean? And so it's like they know that you served your time. You spent your 6 hours a day on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
So they're just rewarding you with a
rewarding me.
number. You know what I mean? How would you feel if like some research came out and it's like nobody actually sees your videos? Like,
I'd be pretty upset. honestly.
I just think the concept is so funny that like you're just drooling and getting like strung along on this, and like all your friends see your TikToks because they're gonna tell you that you're real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like once you get past the threshold of like 2,000, it's all just fake. Like none of it's real. I just love imagining that like
That could be like extremely possible. And, like they just have so many bots that like comment stuff too.
yeah, yep. And you know, the Hulk out meme is only appreciated by me. You know, you know what I mean? Nobody else got to see that. But yeah, I just thought that's so fun, especially with like your TikToks. You're at like this like mid-level point to where if
Yeah.
you put your life into it, you could become like a really famous TikTok.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I don't know
I
about that.
genuinely
feel like
think
a
that's
lot
all it takes is time.
I
It's-
feel like a lot of it is luck too. Well, actually, no. What makes you TikTok famous is just posting like 20
yes.
times a day.
That's what I was saying. You got to be a slave to TikTok, and that's how you
You
get.
post like 20 times a day, and like like every 2 days you have one banger.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, and that's all it takes. That's what I was saying. It's just consistency, and I think that's what impressed me the most about you doing it because one, I enjoy your content, but beyond that, being able to come up with different ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how.
To serve TikTok, I don't know how you do it either.
Like there'd be some days I'm like, did I really think of that? Like that was pretty fire. Like, that was
It's
pretty
like
fire.
actually good. That's what I'm saying. It's like you were creative, like in that sense. And this isn't just like the Flatter Cooper podcast, but when you do that, you successfully just like you just worked the algorithm. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
just you
that's
owned
all
that.
it is. That's all it is.
And but I also laughed genuinely consistently throughout all, and it may be just because I know you, but like even being able to do 5 seconds of content
Yeah.
and put it out there. How many videos do you have?
Oh, I have no idea.
It has to be in the hundreds.
Oh,
right?
it's what I think it's over hundreds. Like when I was at DMAC, at least like the second semester, I was posting like once a day.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's what I said. So you have like hundreds of videos,
Mhm.
and it's like I for certain could not come up with 100 video ideas. I mean, that's just that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's impressive. I think that's the big takeaways. I
mean,
think
like
it's
a lot of
cool.
them though, they'd get just like 100 or 200 views, and like I don't know, like a lot of people just like don't appreciate some of them. So like that's like a huge drawback of posting once a day. It's just like you make the content, but nobody like liked it as much as you did when you posted
yeah,
it.
yeah, and like you're gonna watch some bangers just go completely slept on
Yeah.
just because the algorithm. You weren't nice to the algorithm.
Like
that
like
time.
honestly, like the ones that I think are the funniest have like maybe 1,000 views. sometimes.
what would you say some of your what's your most famous one? Like,
My most famous one is the picture of me in 6th grade. You remember that one?
is that the one where
It's like I post up in my garage and I like act like I'm taking a selfie and it turns into me
and then it
for,
turns
like,
into all
6th
you,
grade.
which is so surprising because that's hilarious. But I also know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you did 2 others, not that I stalked you or anything, but you did 2 others that had a similar concept. One of them was about Instagram, and it's like young me had no idea
Yeah.
about to post a banger on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like the hose go. That's the same concept, but
Nobody thought-
objectively has a better punchline.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you know what I mean? And then the other one of like you laying on the floor and then like you take it and then doing that's like objectively a better punchline. But that one didn't get famous. But the one of you that would be funnier to people who know you, but not as funny to strangers,
Yeah.
like that's the one. How many views did they get?
That one has like over 3 million. It has like 800,000 likes. That's the one that like carried my TikTok for a while.
Jeez,
Yeah.
dude, that's actually insane. 3 million people.
Mhm.
3 million. I mean, imagine every single person in Iowa
Watch that.
watched your TikTok, and then Iowa has like what 500,000. How many people does Iowa have? It's like less than 1 million.
Oh yeah.
Imagine Iowa and then 2 other states around you. Every single person who walked by you was like, "You're Hat Body. You did that TikTok."
know, it's
Every single
crazy.
human. That's an insane number. It's actually insane.
I have been like at DMAC anyways. I've been like recognized by some people and it's just so weird.
That's what I was saying. It's unfathomable to me. You know what I mean? And I know you're not like a fame hog. You know,
Oh no, yeah.
It's not.
I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm doing
Yeah.
it just because like it's like I think it's funny. And I want other people to think
yeah,
it's funny
it's a
too.
cataloging of jokes. You know, it's like here's all the jokes that I've thought about, and I'm just putting them on paper. That's
Yeah.
like really what it is. But just to think about the sheer number of people that can see something is just wild, just completely wild. Like imagine if the one thing you wanted to tell everybody in the world just got spread out to 3 million people.
I know.
Like imagine if that TikTok was actually something cool.
Screw you, bro.
Imagine if that TikTok was something like really important and you just changed like 3 million lives.
No,
But
literally.
instead you're wasted. This is actually the roast, dude. I'm just gonna get on you for not
No,
taking TikTok seriously.
I've gotten to the point on TikTok where it's just gotten to like this like so like niche point where it's like, why are you on TikTok? Why are you scrolling right now? Like it's like Blade Runner and like all that like Sigma stuff. Like
yeah,
that.
where is the Band-Aid on the
Yeah.
nose? He's yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
all the comments are like, he's literally me.
Yeah, and you're like, you're just looking at it. It's like dark in your room, and then you accidentally turn your phone off, and you can see the reflection of your face and he's like,
And you're just crying.
Mine is all Family Guy funny moment clips, which are, I'm not even kidding, I've seen hundreds
No, same.
of Family Guy funny clips. I haven't smiled a single time.
But you hit the like button. But you hit the like
I
button.
do.
No, I've gotten to the point where I get the Family Guy clips, but then I get like halfway through the video and it just turns into like somebody just shitting on you for watching it. It's like, why are you watching Family Guy clips right now? Just go watch an episode of Family Guy.
I did not know. Have you seen the Family Guy pipeline incident thing? That genuinely creeped me out. Like, I thought I was just watching a normal Family Guy clip, and then the screen goes fuzzy, and then this face just bursts through it, and he's like, and I'm like, what?
I always get ones of like, it turns into just like a pitch black, and then the eye just starts like scarily looking around. It's like,
yeah, that stuff is so funny. It was so, I mean, way to just like put you in your place. Like, way to make you feel exactly what you should be feeling watching a Family Guy funny moment.
it got to the point where it's like there's like 7 different things happening on the screen.
Because they always have like this video of some mobile game,
Subway Surfer.
Yeah, Subway Surfer or something like under it, like knife flippy or something. And I remember Jaden just like made me feel so embarrassed because I was watching. He's like, I was watching a Family Guy clip, and there was just like knife flip, and he's like, dude, you are like being mind controlled right now. Like, he didn't say that, but just like the way he said, he's like, is there really a mobile game playing under the normal clip? And then I was explaining it to him, and halfway through, I was just thinking like, man, I'm getting lassoed right now. Like, I am getting herded like sheep.
No, I
right
get
now.
sucked in. Like, I have never had an interest in like watching Family Guy.
I know.
And then the clips start playing, and I'm just like mind-numbingly staring at it.
You're like drooling out of the side of your. I'm not even kidding. Like, there was one moment where it was like midnight, like midnight 30 or something,
Yeah.
and I'm like laying in bed and I'm watching a Family Guy funny clip, and then I just turn the phone off. My eyes are still open, and I'm just looking forward, like. It's like, I don't. There's just those moments where you.
Completely numb.
Yeah, where you just wake up. You've been awake for 8 hours, but you wake up again, and you're like, damn, dude.
I really just spent 2 hours watching Family Guy funny clips
Watching Family Guy
with
funny
Flippy
moment clips.
knife in the background.
Yeah, and what I'd say is like, there are certain parts of TikTok that are designed to just mind control you and just like take up your time. But there are other things where there are things I can say to you that I know you have seen. Even if I've never met you, there are inside jokes that everybody knows.
Literally.
It's like the whole world is best friends with each other, having never talked. Because all I need to do is sit next to somebody, and then I just hear, it's under the sauce. It's under the sauce. And you just know. You just know you're talking about that pizza clip where he's like, where's the cheese? It's under the sauce. Like,
No, I think the best application of this is like somebody just like says something unfortunate and you're just like real.
yeah. Yeah. Like, everyone, dialect now, like the English language just comes from TikTok. Like the Riz memes are one super funny, but like, have you seen those videos where like you'll think you're watching a normal TikTok that has like the night before Rizmas in the thing, and then like he screen records and goes up to his notes and he's like, Riz catalog, and it's thousands of different ways to say Riz.
Oh my
like
God,
it's like
dude.
the Grinch that stole Rizmas. The like just like the funniest thing. I need to like get that list because the stuff that they come up with is so funny.
The Wizards of Waverly Place, Wizard of Oz,
Wizard of Oz.
the Rizzler.
Yeah, Rizzler. That one's good too. Just like the light skin stare, like just like memes that I know you have seen, even though we have never talked about.
Oh yeah.
It. Noah Brown is the best at that, of just taking a gamble, and he just starts talking about a meme from iFunny that was like 5 years ago, and he just knows it's a core memory in your head. He just knows.
He
And
knows
just starts,
you've seen it,
He
dude.
knows I've seen it. I don't know, man. Like, all these boomers, they'll talk about like technology bringing people together. I really feel that when just
Oh, yeah.
some guy makes a very obscure comment that like I just know what he's talking about, and I've never met him in his life. We just bond over some stupid meme.
No, my favorite is like when I see those like really niche videos that only have like maybe 10,000 likes, but it's
Uh-huh.
of something that like is of very significant importance to me.
Yeah, and it just knows.
Yeah,
It knows who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think the weird thing about TikTok that I love to imagine, especially with the algorithm, is I love cringe on TikTok. Like my favorite thing is seeing like an old 70-year-old woman just like holding the phone too close to her face and like she has a million different uh face
Filters.
effects and filters on it. And I look at the like and I am the first like.
Those are the best ones.
That's the best for me. I love that feeling. And then like no comments, no saves. I'm the only like. And I know that I'm the only person that has seen that video. The only human. And but I wonder what algorithm knows that I like cringe. So like is there like a catalog of TikToks that TikTok has deemed cringe? And so they know that I'm cringe. They're gonna show it to me and they're like, yeah, this is cringe. You're gonna love this. And then they give it to me. Like, are they self-aware? And do people know when they're like on this cringe talk server? Like where all the cringe is? I don't
I don't know, but like last year when I was like really like into making content, it got to the point where I'd be like the 500th like, and I'd look back on it, and later that same video has like 100,000 likes. Like I'd be like controlling which ones go viral
because you were so famous. You had a hand.
I was the hand of God. Like, yes, this one can have 100,000 likes.
Yeah. That actually exists though.
Yeah.
That actually, and I bet you some people pay for. There has to be some, like, why did I keep seeing that I want to be the next SNL cast member thing? Why did I
Jake
keep seeing
Novak.
that? Yeah, why did I keep seeing that? That was unfunny. It wasn't good. It was just a video. He had to have paid to get that on there. You know, was that an ad?
You can sponsor content. Like you can pay to have it shown to more people.
Does it tell you when
It'll tell you though.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe I've seen some stuff that I'm just like, why am I watching? And I just didn't see like
Yeah.
that this is sponsored or something. But just the concept of paying your way to TikTok fame.
Yeah, no, I like even like when I was working towards like, oh, I want to get like however many followers, whatever. I never was like, I'm gonna
Dude.
buy views. I would never do that.
I know. I was just about to accuse you of
Purchasing
buying
views.
your TikTok fame, but I remember for the Moore Brothers, I always normally I'll do a post for when a video comes out, and I just did this black screen that says I'm deleting my YouTube channel, watch my new video to find out why, or something, just
Yeah.
like obviously like a satire
Clickbait.
cringe. But I promoted that. So like I paid like $3 to get that viewed, and someone commented on that video, why is this sponsored? LMAO. And that was the funniest thing. That was so good for me. Just to know that one person saw it and had the same question that I'd hope everyone had. It's like, why
am I
is
seeing this?
Why does this have the word ad under it? It's just so funny, dude. Yeah, TikTok, I don't know. TikTok is a masterpiece. And just to imagine that all of it is fake.
Oh, dude, I feel like soon though it's just gonna crash and burn.
Yeah.
It's getting
yeah.
close.
I don't know, man, because I think what's gonna happen. Here's my prediction for it. I do think a lot of business knows just how powerful TikTok is for like advertising. I know companies know, but there's gonna be a point where it reaches like the tipping point to where it's no longer like our platform.
Yeah.
Like it's no longer for kids.
It's gonna turn into like Facebook
yeah,
here really quick.
yeah. It's just gonna be way too many adults on there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, once we're becoming adults.
Exactly.
So like once we're 27, you think kids are gonna want to watch our TikToks anymore? No, they're not. And so like at that moment it'll definitely be gone. But I think sometime in the near future, it's gonna be super corporate and like,
Yeah.
weird.
It's like it's gonna have
adults.
the Instagram transformation where
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
everything like the guidelines are just like really, really strict and they'll punch you in the face if you say anything out of line.
Yeah, yep. And then or it'll be like the YouTube trending. It's like these videos aren't actually trending.
No, they're not funny.
No, not everyone's watching Jimmy Fallon right Like it's just how, and you'll see like talk show hosts picking up on trends, like the stopping the video when we cringe, like
Oh yeah.
picking up on trends, and it's like this is what's gonna end it if
Yeah.
something does. You know what I mean? But there are some TikTokers who, or there are some famous people who are TikTokers that are killing it. So
Oh yeah, like The Rock. and-
yeah, yeah, The Rock's good. No, Hank from Breaking
A$AP
Bad.
Schrader.
yeah, yeah, jumping tilted towers. Me and Gomi are, yeah, like that stuff. Like he has to do pretty well.
Oh,
You know, what I
yeah.
mean? For who he is. You know, what I mean, I mean, his TikTok is hilarious. I don't know if you've looked at.
Oh yeah.
It's the most cursed thing I've ever seen in my whole life, but it's
The one of
good.
him like twerking on the
Yeah,
grave or whatever
yeah.
it was. Or no, he's like sitting at a counter. He's just like
Yeah, he's like
bouncing
dropping
up
up and down. Yeah, that's so funny. I don't know, man. Guy, that's why. Can we talk about Breaking Bad for a second?
Oh, of
Have you
course.
finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you finished. Have you watched Better Call
I
Saul?
haven't finished Saul yet because
You have to like pay for.
Yeah, okay. This made me so mad. So like season 6 came out, right?
Okay, yep.
And I was still like on season 5 while it was like
Potential spoilers for this conversation.
I won't
Okay,
I
yeah,
won't say any
okay.
spoilers. I'll just say like something got spoiled for me.
Oh.
So like I got AMC Plus for like a month free. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to like shoot through this like so I won't have to pay a cent." And so I just hit play on the first episode of season 6, but it was actually episode 8 and they like removed the first 7.
Yep. So you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize that up until like a minute in, and I had seen like 3 spoilers, and I was just like,
Oh.
and it was like it was huge spoiler.
Yeah,
dude.
I think I know what you're
Huge.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry because there are moments in that show near season 5 and 6 that like, oh, I see why they made this show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like up until then, you're kind of just like watching, just like a little gremlin, like someone who means nothing in the scheme of the world.
Yeah.
Like just doing nothing, like just him and his brother and his girlfriend, and then like you just watch it happen, and then another thing like the beginning of like a drug empire. And,
Yeah.
like it's still kind of nothing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But then like there's that one moment where you're like, oh wow,
This
yeah.
guy's a legend.
You're like, yeah, you're like, okay, I see why they made this show.
Yeah.
Like here's where the importance comes. Is this. You know what I mean? And so getting that spoiled, which I'm pretty sure is what got spoiled for you, a
Yeah.
huge L on that. But yeah, I just finished Better Call Saul probably a couple months ago, and I had just watched Breaking Bad, like all of it with Adam. That show is incredible.
It was the best show I've ever seen.
The show is actually incredible. I wouldn't even call it a show. It's like an experience.
Literally.
By the end of it,
If I could watch it for the first time again,
I would. Yeah,
I
if I could
would.
erase my memory
Yeah.
to like, because at the beginning, I was watching it and I was like, I mean, the show is good, but why is everyone talking about
Mhm.
this? And what sucks about the show is that you don't realize that until like the end.
well, like I remember Bella was like, I want to show you this show. And I had never heard about it before. And she showed me the first episode, and I was like, this show's like kind of weird. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why so many people are watching it.
Yep.
And then like I saw all the memes on TikTok,
Yeah.
so I was like, I gotta know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's the TikTok. The amount of sad Breaking Bad edits I have on my
Oh
TikTok.
my, they're so good.
I know they make me like actually like sad. That's the biggest thing. It's like you don't realize until the very end that like you just lived through this with somebody.
Yeah.
Like the amount of detail. The biggest example that I do is at the beginning of the season, beginning of the show. They have that the conversation pillow, and they're talking
Yeah.
about why he should get surgery. That's like a 15-minute scene.
Yeah.
That scene lasts so long. There doesn't cut out any dialogue, doesn't cut out any conversation. By the end of that, you just lived through that whole conversation with them.
Mhm.
Like it's not even you watched it. It's so in depth.
It's like
so
you were
long.
there.
You were there. Like you were there.
You just didn't get to hold the pillow.
You just didn't get to hold the pillow and talk. And like there's so much detail that seems so pointless. Like so many story arcs. Every single character gets their own thing. Like Mike did not deserve to have so much of the show about him.
Yeah.
He was just like a badass. Like there was no reason for him to have especially a Better Call Saul too. But there's no reason for him to have that much
Dude, he was just kid named Finger,
screen
bro.
time. Kid named Finger. Dude, that meme is also hilarious too. Yeah, that show.
I actually, I named my dog after Walter White.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
In your real dog?
Real dog.
What dog?
We got a new dog at my place. He's a golden lab.
And you named him what? Walter?
Walter.
Walter?
Yeah, I always call him Walter.
That's
Like,
so...
Walter, come here.
I'm not gonna have sex with you, Walter. Oh man, dude, that's I don't know. That's like resting on cringe. But if you say that it's ironic, or if you say that like I just like the show, then it's fine.
Oh yeah.
But like if you're like 13 years old and you're like, Walter White's such a Sigma male.
Oh no.
that's right.
Well, like honestly, if you looked at my dog, you would like that guy's name is Walter.
What about him makes him named Walter?
He just looks like a.
He just looks like a
dude.
Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Wait, so is that dog at your apartment or is that at your
No,
home?
it's my mom's dog. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is Kirby still?
Yeah, he's still
Okay,
alive. He's
okay. I didn't.
he's still alive.
I really did not want to break the
Oh,
bad
no,
news
no.
about Kirby on the podcast.
He's
on the
still
pod.
kicking. He's still kicking.
You start crying
like,
on the
oh.
pod. You're like, don't bring up his name. Kirby's such a lit name. I
named him too.
Yeah.
After Kirby for like the
pink.
the video game. Yeah, Kirby.
Yeah. Okay. I remember I was talking with Jenna and something involved had a picture of Kirby on it, and then I just knew that she wouldn't know who that was. And I was like, "Do you know who that is?" And she's like,
Wait.
This
Oh,
is
like
over
Kirby.
text. Kirby, the video game.
Okay,
character."
I was like, why do you have a picture of my dog just like in your camera roll?
Yeah, and she didn't know what your dog's name was. What a dweeb. No, she I sent her like something had a picture of Kirby on it, like from the
Yeah.
video game, and then I like knew just she had no idea who that was.
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Do you know who that is?" And she's like, "Is that Kirby?" And she spelled it. It was over text. She spelled it Curby. The most wholesome thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Kirby. Super funny. Oh yeah. But no, dude. With TikTok mercilessly advertising Breaking Bad, it was of no shock to me that I'd watch that thing.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna spoil the scene. But that one scene, the biggest Breaking Bad meme, where he's like, he falls on his knees and then falls to the side. I had seen that so many times before with no
I
context.
laughed when I watched it.
No, that is the most horrific and powerful scene in the whole show is when he does that.
Yeah.
And the fact that it had been memed so hard
Yeah.
completely ruined it. Completely ruined it. And I cannot wait because Jenna and I are watching it and I'm showing it to her.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait until she sees that scene and I get to watch somebody actually feel for that scene
Yeah.
without it ruined of him doing the. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
No, like every meme that I saw, like when I was watching it and it was supposed to be serious, I could not help but laugh.
Yeah. I mean, did you watch The Boys? Have you seen The Boys?
I haven't seen that yet.
That's your next
actually.
one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take care of that for me. That one's good.
Beager keeps getting on me to watch that.
Yeah.
That and Game of Thrones. I still
Yeah,
have never
that's
seen that.
what everyone else is saying. I got to do Game of Thrones too. Me and Adam's the one that I watch like the big shows with.
Mhm.
Jenna's what I watch her shows with.
Yeah.
And like who I want to show shows to. But Adam and I are like, okay, let's watch like the most famous shows of all time. So we watch Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul together. Right now we're watching The Office so that he
Classic.
can see it.
He's never seen it?
No, he's never seen it.
Really?
So like
He
that's
seems
really
like
nice.
he seems like an office type of guy.
Yeah, no, his family is obsessed with The Office.
But he never watched it.
But he hated that his family was obsessed with it, that everyone's obsessed with it.
Oh.
So he just like wouldn't watch it. But after The Office is Game of
He's a
Thrones.
nonconformist, dude.
Yeah, yeah. He was me in like 6th grade.
Yeah.
It was like I don't want to do anything that's like cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. We also watched. So we watched The Boys together.
Mhm.
Watch The Boys. I think you'll really like it. It's just a really good show.
Yeah, my roommate was watching it too, and he's like really recommended it to me.
Yeah. Oh, a ton of memes about it. Too.
Yeah.
Like the I am better. I'm better. Like it's super famous meme material, and it's gonna make you feel the same way.
Oh yeah.
Like oh, there it is. That's the same way with The Office too. But we also watched this show called Barry. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it's about though.
It's Bill Hader, who I love.
Oh, okay, yeah.
SNL guy. He was in It Chapter 2.
Mhm,
He was the
mhm.
glasses guy.
No, I know. who you're
Okay,
talking
okay,
about,
just
yeah.
making sure. He wrote it and is also the lead in it.
Mhm.
So he's Barry, and it's about a hitman who, like, I mean, he's supposed to be like John Wick level hitman, like really good hitman
Okay.
who discovers a love for acting, and it's so funny. It's like, but the big thing is that the show is so weird because it is a straight up comedy.
Mhm.
Like you have characters that are as silly as the characters in The Office. Like really just like you expect a laugh track
Yeah.
for how silly they are. And then it's a comedy, and then all of a sudden, the darkest scene you've ever seen. Like he has a PTSD attack and he's crying really hard. And he had just murdered somebody, like his closest friend.
Oh
And you're
my
watching it,
God.
and it's like the most intense scene
What's this
you've ever
on?
seen. I literally pirated it online. I pirated it online, and it was the best website I've ever seen in my life. All 3 seasons, no ads, no
1,
pop
2,
up
3
defender.
movies?
Yeah, no pop up defender, full screen, closed captionings.
Dang.
Every single season, no lag, no quality drops, no ads ever. Like what on
What?
earth? Yeah, it wasn't like when you click the play and then like you pop up a new
it,
tab.
yeah, it
and
takes you
you-
to a new tab.
yeah,
You gotta
and you have
X
to
out of
exit.
that, hit
Yeah.
play again.
And then you do like 3 or 4
and then you
more
hit
times.
full screen, takes you to another tab.
Yeah, and then you like have to pop off the exits of like women near me, like on the top right. None of that, not a drop. It was the best thing. So I just watched it free on that. Yeah, that show is really good, really interesting too. Just like I said, the difference between like laughing and like actually just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
is night and day. Really recommend that show.
Okay. I might have to put that in the rotation.
Yeah, I mean I love Bill Hader anyway. So if you like Bill Hader,
Yeah,
you'll
that
like
guy's
this.
that guy's funny.
Yeah, if you like Bill Hader, you'll like it. You like the show
Yeah.
because it's just all him. So and just to see like someone's project come to life
Mhm.
is really cool. So yeah, I definitely recommend Barry, and then I have to do Game of Thrones too, but and
Yeah,
then
I need
watch
to
The
do
Boys,
that.
obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows I gotta watch. I've
Yeah.
just been so like insanely busy. Like,
Doing what? Like
design.
design? Yeah, tell me about that also because Spotlight fans, Cooper actually made the banner for Spotlight, so that's my plug. Appreciation. I love that. I love that banner, dude. It's actually so awesome. Like you have no idea. Just to see that come to life and like know that I commissioned that out to
Yeah.
somebody for free. To know that I commissioned that out to somebody, super awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me about design.
It's not. It's really not what I expected it to be at all. Like a lot. So I take like one like studio class that lasts like 3 hours, like twice a week, and like most of the time you're like just working on your project.
How many credits is 6 hours?
I
Do they
think
give you
it's
6 credits?
4. I think it's 4.
Four?
But
Anyway.
I don't know. I don't worry about that stuff. It definitely like with design, it is a lot of out of class time that you're using to like work on your projects. Like there would be some like projects that I was working on, and I'd be in this like studio until 3 in the morning. Like I
Jeez.
would get there at like 7 p.m. and like stay until 3 in the morning working on it.
Jeez, and like, is that justified? Is that like a big enough project to justify that amount of time, or is that just like your
I
weekly?
mean, like at least that day, it was just like I was trying to get this like aspect of the project to work, and it just wouldn't work because like the class that I'm taking, it's a lot of like physical stuff,
Okay.
and the project I was working on, it had to have this. I wanted it to have this mechanism that like it started in like a flat position, then like flipped up to like face like an audience or something like that. And I was like, I was working on that mechanism, and it just took so long. Like, and I got it to work, and I was about to leave, and I was like, I'm just gonna test it again, just like for the fun of it. And
Uh-huh.
it didn't work, and I was like, no, that did not just happen. Right now.
Oh no, man.
So I was just like stuck there for like another like 3 hours, just like grinding at it, trying to get it to work again.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I think it was actually because it like the project itself turned out really cool because like I had a partner in that project, and like that project in general, you're supposed to have like maybe a group of 3 or 4, but it's just me and this other girl that
Okay.
were working on it. And I told her like I do like the mechanism part of it. If you like just like painted and did all the stuff I didn't want to do,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. And so like, what was it kind? Was were you there until 3 because it was like due soon?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
okay,
was like due in like 2 or 3 days or something like
okay.
that.
And you wanted to like,
Really make sure it was like working.
yeah.
And even that, like, even then, like, when we were presenting our project, it like broke while I was like presenting it. I had to, so like that project, it was like a wearable art piece. So it was
Oh,
like, it's different from fashion, obviously.
uh-huh. You
That's what
want to
they
look at the
say.
camera when you.
It's different from fashion.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but like, so it's just like abstract art on the body that like moves with you. And like the movement I had to do, first of all, I had to wear it, which I was kind of pissed about.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little demeaning, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I had to wear it. But like the movement we did, it was just like bending over and just like kind of like a bow position.
Okay.
And so like we had like all these like kind of like spike things all over the body. And when you bend over, it like, there's just like some on the back that just like pop up and like you can show it to like people
Peacock or
watching.
something.
Kind of like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah. And so I was like doing that, and like I like the mechanism I had is like a pulley system, so I'd like pull on these chains and it'd pop up the thing.
You're like just an engineer. It's
I know
weird.
it was so weird, dude.
I mean, that sounds
That whole
really
project.
okay. Wait, so what is your specific major name wise?
Graphic design, but the first year at design here, you have to do like a core year where you're just kind of learning like the basics.
Okay, and like one of those is kind of more like a real life general design.
Yeah,
where you're
like
doing
this
stuff like this.
one that I was in was a lot of just like 3D work and like model work and just like either turning nothing into something or turning something into something like super abstract.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of like what I got out of it.
Do you
Anyways.
like doing this stuff?
I didn't think I would, but I actually liked it a lot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What I mean, was it the just like being rewarded by having something work and like putting time into it and working out, or like was the process really like what about it? It draws you to it.
Like I don't know, like it's a lot different from what I normally do because like even though I want to be like a graphic designer and stuff, I don't do a lot of drawing. I don't like work with my hands that much. I usually just work on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And like being forced to like draw and like learn those like basics was like really nice because it's something I've always like wanted to learn, but I haven't had like the patience or the time to do it.
Or like the external motivation.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. I mean, that's really cool. And I've had you do some stuff for me, and I'm always trying to find stuff to make you do. But I mean, I've always really appreciated it, and it's the same thing that I appreciate with like Alex Brown. Like I called him over. I was like, "Hey, can you come fix my internet?" And like he just came over and did it. And I was like, "What a G!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just spent like 20 minutes, and like you could tell if it were me, I would have been like irate at this point. But he was just like, oh, "This is interesting," you know.
Yeah.
What I, and I was like, I don't know how like that doesn't drain you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the stuff that you do. Like when you send me the spotlight banner, and I like to say I don't
The
like
little
it.
minute details.
Yeah, and I'm
it's like, well, like I love to just like mess around with stuff like that. So I didn't really care if you like didn't like it. So I was just like, I'll try and make it a little better.
Yeah,
But
and
if you don't like it, I'll just keep working on it because like I love to do that.
that's what I was saying. And that's what I appreciated about it so much. Is because like if it were me, I would have been like not upset, but I would have disliked the process of doing
Yeah.
that. And so like you being able to find enjoyment on like making that kind of art, like that's what it's all about.
Mhm.
You know, and so especially with that staying there until 3, which sounds like a horror story, but I mean if you're able to find enjoyment from
Yeah.
doing stuff like that, that's awesome. Like I commend you for sure.
No, yeah, I just really have. Okay, so like for the wearable like project that we did, I like low key like I was not. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just grinded it out because I really want to get a good grade for this class so I can like get into like the major that I want to be in because you have to have like a certain GPA within design to get into the major that you want.
Okay, what major is that? This specifically graphic design.
Graphic, yeah.
Okay.
And like so yeah, that's why I really have been putting a lot of time and effort into that because like I want to be, good.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. Also, like, there are going to be projects in your life that you're not maybe a huge fan of that take a lot of time. And
But you gotta grind.
you gotta do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said that in the questionnaire thing that you wanted to do, um, you wanted to on some sort of sports team
Mhm.
manage social media.
Yeah, or
Or
something
like
like that.
do something like that.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you? What are you thinking of when you say that?
Like I just kind of want to be like I want to make just like content for them and like make like my dream has always not I guess not always but for a while it's just been like making like posters for like sports teams and I just think that's so I don't know I just love especially like basketball. I've always wanted to like make posters for like basketball players and stuff and like seeing the graphics that they have at like stadiums and stuff. I just think those are so cool like James Harden, like holding the basketball, like looking like a badass.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's like this cool little design.
And is the
behind
entire
him.
team behind him?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I want to do stuff like that, and I just think it's so cool.
That dude, I've had this spiel for a while about like, in my classes I'm learning about the stages of life that everyone goes through, and
Mhm.
like when we're here, you're wondering like going through like an identity crisis,
Mhm.
and you're like, what am I gonna do with my life? What are other people doing with life? You're looking at everyone, and it's like I've always wondered, every single thing, every single object has a person that made it,
Mhm.
a person whose job is to do that. So like that guy who let us in, like his job is to answer my emails when I ask him to rent out this podcast space, to know how to work that. And like I imagine that this area is his like baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's his job. But with those posters, like I've always wondered who makes these, why did they make them? And for you to have such a specific and niche interest is like, oh, it's Cooper who makes that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's like so cool. It's so cool to have a conversation with somebody that like is very specifically into like something that everybody has seen but doesn't really understand
Yeah.
how it's made. And I mean, for you to call that out specifically, I love that.
Mhm.
I think that's super awesome. And especially like the posters in like the rec center and like
No,
the,
like I just like I don't know. I just like making like posters in general. I think that's like my favorite thing to do.
yeah, because the shirts that you made, I was thinking about wearing your cross country shirt, the one that because that's so awesome that you did the design for like the Madrid
Yeah.
3-time state winner cross country t-shirts. Like I don't know what time you did it in, but like the fact that you made shirts for a team.
It was like between that and like the start of like basketball season.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well, the fact that you made shirts for a team when the coach's husband is a professional t-shirt designer, that's
Yeah.
alpha. I mean, like that's a step above.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then obviously you made the Moore Brothers shirts, which
Yeah.
are banging, banging shirts, unironically. Banging
dude, I remember
shirts.
when we were making those and I was just like popping it out
Yeah.
and you guys were just like,
You're
oh
like,
my
this
god.
is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
And,
Like,
and then you were like, put that right there. And I was like,
yeah, and, it was, and then you did the poster for the live show, right?
yeah, I did.
Like
that thing's lost media. I have no idea where it is.
I
You still
I don't have the digital, but I have like an actual printed
okay,
out
okay.
flyer.
As long as it's like
it
somewhere.
exists, dude. That poster's awesome, man. And then like the really shittily put in Alex Brown. Like Noah and I look great, but then there's Alex there.
He's, like, sitting in the corner.
It's like it's so good. So good. But like
You have to send me a picture of that.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show yeah. You're my resident design person, which I hope you're flattered by.
I mean,
but-
like if you ever make like a, I don't know, multi-million-dollar company, I'll be your design guy for it.
yeah, that's what I like. I know that you're good at it. I know that you're workable, and I know that like you're on the same level of like,
We
hey,
know
I
what
want
we
to,
want,
yeah,
yeah.
like I like you're my age. You know what I want.
Mhm.
Like I know what you can give me,
Mhm.
and like we can just cooperate on it, and like you're learning too.
Mhm.
So I don't have like this high expectation that I'm gonna pay somebody to do something.
And like the same goes like with you. Like you don't like have like a high expectation for me, so I'm
Yeah.
not sitting there going like, oh my god, this
this
looks
guy,
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
looks
this
so
guy.
bad."
It's like I know what you can do, and I know that
Yeah.
you're starting, and I know that you're learning, and I know that things are difficult, and like you're going to get better over time. And if I can help you practice to get better, and then also get free content out of it, like awesome.
I mean, I just learned this like new thing on Photoshop that like it like has exponentially increased like what like how good things can look on my like stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I think I'm gonna keep asking you for thumbnails on More Brothers videos.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just
I
like
think
this
that'd be a
one
cool
thing I
gig for you.
learned, and like ever since then, like every time I use Photoshop, I just use that. I'm
Could
like,
you
oh.
describe it and it be interesting for content, or is it just something that I'm just gonna have to take your word for?
You're just gonna have to take my word
Okay,
for it.
sounds good.
It just looks really cool.
Good. Well, because right now for these podcasts, I'm using Google Drawing. For my thumbnails.
I've seen like thumbnails for him. I was like, I don't know why he doesn't ask me to do it.
It's 'cause the biggest thing is I'm just impatient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
I
how
mean,
about
I
this?
could easily probably put together like a template for you or something like
Dude,
that.
that would be awesome. Well, I guess here's the deal. This podcast is going to take weeks to come out.
Yeah.
Actually, no. This podcast is gonna come out this week.
Okay.
It's gonna come out on like Thursday or Friday. I will send you. What do you need from me? I'll send you something. You can make a
I could
thumbnail.
just make a template and you can just put whatever picture on it
Okay,
that you
yeah,
want. 'Cause,
that'd be
like,
awesome.
Yeah, I'll just make it like similar to the ones that you already have,
Mhm.
but just make it look better than yours.
That'd be great.
It suck, bro.
I know. I'm literally using Google Drawing, and like you can see that like my image isn't long enough to extend, so just put a gray box on the side. It's so good, so good. Yeah, I would love for you to do the thumbnails for this podcast. Dude, I did not realize we're running on an hour and 11 minutes. I thought we were like 30 minutes in. It's so funny to me. We'll probably end it here because I'm kind of losing my voice.
Yeah. I mean, my voice is already gone, but
Yeah, so both of us by the end of it are like so yeah, any last minute plugging, I would suggest you plug your TikTok.
Okay, so Walmart, you can see me there. If you need like a signature or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Lots of fans.
I get bombarded
Yeah.
all day, every day by
Yeah.
fans at Walmart.
Yeah,
It's kind of annoying at this
Well,
point.
be prepared for thousands of more Spotlight fans who are going to talk to you about this. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hap Audie on TikTok, that's spelled HAPODDY, and you'll find me because I'm that famous.
You're so. I mean, I don't know a lot of other Hap bodies, but you know.
There isn't any. I'm that guy.
Still. But yeah, and he's commissioned a ton of my content too, so you can look at his work. The banner for this, which I absolutely love, is still there. If you want to put that new trick on the banner,
I don't know
send it back if it's applicable.
I don't know if it's applicable to that, but
Still. But yeah, if there's anything else you want to say.
I love you.
Anyway, all right. That'll be all. Thank you guys.
All right, thanks.